Welcome to eVision Live with Dr. Alexandra Kleeberg
and Dietrich Busaka. Welcome to your healthy, happy, fulfilled life.
Your broadcast on self-healing and potential development, brought to you from the eVision Institute. Today's topic of the month is practice.
The power of practice, and especially embodiment.
So, after last four broadcasts we had on the wisdom, we're now trying to practice the wisdom and ready to get it into our body today. So we will do practice. What does it mean, practice? Why is it so important?
I have very, very many people in my groups, and when they come to me, a lot of people, they know everything. They are aware of where their weaknesses are, they are aware on what sort of symptoms they are aware of what it means, and they have tried all sorts of things. And
thousands of books about what you can do.
Yes, and they still don't feel well.
And they don't manage to put into practice what they have learned.
They don't know how to do it. I think some people, they are willing to, but they don't know how to do it. And some are not really willing to. Like, for example, this one guy who visited one of my speeches, he was very tall and strong and leather jacket, and he sat there like this, and he had the knees over knees and was whipping with one foot, and I felt a little bit uncomfortable, and I tried to ignore it in a way, and I held my speech on self-healing and how you can do it, how you can practice. And he left after the group, and I didn't see him again in the setting anymore, but I met him in our town about a year later. And I said, "Oh, what happened after that?" And he said, "Oh, I want to tell you something. I have back pain for 5, 7, 8 years, and I was trying to get rid of it, and that's why I came to your speech." And in this speech, and I went to another speech by some sort of priest, I think, and he said, these were the only moments in these 5 or 7 years where I didn't have pain.
Wow.
And I said, "So why didn't you come to my workshops or groups?" And he said, "Oh, I was in a treatment with a doctor, and I had an operation, and I had medication, and I didn't want to interfere with it." So sometimes you don't know how to do it. Sometimes you feel this would be the right way, but you are sort of influenced, or it's your thinking you should do something else. So the power of practice results on decision and having really this goal to take over responsibility yourself and go with yourself this way. So that is very important.
So there's also this experience, knowledge and experience, and experience is not the best teacher, but as our mentor Alex Mendosian said, it's the only teacher.
Yes, and Confucius said that in a similar way. He said, wisdom is the treasure chest and practice is the key.
Okay, so that's the key we are going to do to give you in these 4 episodes about practice.
And if you know everything and still don't feel well, then try to practice. If you have decided that you will get well.
Okay, so
if you didn't decide that, practice might not work either.
So can you relate to this? You know everything and you know a lot, and you don't know how to, and you don't manage how to put it into practice. Then stay to the very end. We have lots of good content, lots of exercises for you today. And today we are not working with any cards. Our logistic is a little bit different today.
We are on vacation now.
We are on vacation, so we had to improvise a little bit. So, but stay on. Power of practice. We are talking about embodiment today.
Next
week we will be talking about healing rituals.
Healing every day.
healing every day, and then we were talking about all the hindering factors.
Weaker self, yes.
Our
what
weaker
is
self.
hindering us from improving, from transforming, from healing, from getting well.
So this is, well, probably maybe my favorite.
Yes.
And then we have the power of learning. We have learning and the power of failure. This will be the other topic. So these 4 topics combined will give you some ideas, some inspiration how to practice. And today is about embodiment. And embodiment is also, let's see, the first, well, starting the change from within. There's maybe the relation to our last episode on wisdom, where we said Rumi, the Islamic mystic from Persia, said, yesterday I was smart. I wanted to change the world. Today I'm wise. I'm starting to change myself.
I don't know if he's from Persia. I don't know if Persia existed then, but he's in this area where now Iran is or Turkey is.
Yeah. All right. So, what is embodiment then?
Embodiment is maybe quite a new term in psychology. New means 20, 30 years old. Like Sigmund Freud, he tried to heal with insight, and Carl Gustav Jung as well, in a little bit different sense. And then there was behavior therapy, who did trained healing by changing the behavior. And embodiment sort of, you could say, combines both. Like if you have some images and thoughts, they influence your body, and your posture influences what you sense, what you feel, and what you think. So it's vice versa this way, and it can get tighter and tighter and tighter. So if you feel something negative, your body might react and withdraw in a way, and then your thinking becomes more and more depressive, and your body tightens up more and more. So this is vice versa, and the other vice versa is horizontally, that there are influences from the outside that affect our body as well as our imagery and thinking, and this is also vice versa. Like we get inputs and we put something out and focus on maybe something else. So the good news is that you don't only change by inside, which is also possible, but you can also change by body posture. And this, I think, is a little bit easier because the body posture is more in contact with our will than our unconscious belief systems.
Okay, as I know from psychoanalysis, it takes you, I don't know how many, 100, 400, 500 hours, so years to get your insight. In body posture,
So maybe, yes.
you can maybe change it within a second, or at least you can learn it. This is a message. You can learn how consciously to influence your body posture with images, with just changing your posture, and this is what you call embodiment.
It's not I call it embodiment. It is called embodiment. I like to call it embodimental. You know, my system is the Sheni system, self-healing by embodimental imagination. And the ment actually is just for making the embodiment a substantive.
Yeah.
But I like it to be called embodimental because you have this mental approach in it, in the word.
Yeah, beautiful. You love to play with words. Okay, so we're talking about posture.
Yes.
Let's go a little bit more into detail. What does it mean? What your posture and what is relationship with posture and your health?
I would give you a little example.
Yeah.
Like in Germany, I don't know if it's the same on the places where you live. We like to walk with the shoulders a little bit in front, and
head
most
down.
of the people have the head like that. I don't know if you can see that. And maybe you can also see that this doesn't really look healthy. Okay,
it's difficult. I'm trying to be your victim.
Your goal is somewhere there.
My goal is there. I'm heading through the street like this.
Okay. So you're a very good example.
What is happening?
So what is happening with your breathing when you do it like that?
Well, I don't have much space to breathe here.
Yes.
It's very, very short breast.
Yes. What's with your peristaltic?
Well, it's
a little bit squeezed in.
Squeezed in, yeah. I can.
How about your shoulders?
Well, they are somewhat tightened. There are tensions, and already starting feeling a little bit stiff in the neck.
Mm-hmm. How about your eyes?
My eyes, I'm trying to see in front of there. I'm trying to fix a curtain now, but it's it's a little bit difficult. And I remember this Peter Grunwald, Eye Body.
The Eye Body. Eye Body is a wonderful book for embodiment.
Yes, for your eyes.
Embodiment for your eyes, for your eyesight without glasses. He's a genius on that.
Yeah, Peter Grunwald, a German, New Zealand guy, and well, he has given some workshops in a UT room. So he showed us people are looking like this. They're focusing. Most of the people are over focused,
and they're in the future in a way.
By this, that's why they can't see really. And then he changed the posture, people getting back. He shows them that they can see in other parts of your brain, and suddenly you start to see the world different. You see more clearly, and
you have a panorama view.
And your panorama view is also when you're going by car. Mostly people are going like this, fixing. And since then I'm driving. I start to drive like this. If I'm always going there, if I really want to, tired, I want to rather to see and be concentrated. I rather drive like this, so it's much easier.
Yes. So it's very important to have this imaginative crown on your head all the time, so you're sort of upright. And I always work with images of wings. So this part opens up and you can breathe freely, which means that you're
freedom of the eagle, of the angels, whatever you
and
like.
And this means that the cells get enough oxygen, right? So you really have breathing is very, very important to breathe deep and fully.
Yeah.
So you create a body posture that feels healthy, happy, and fulfilled to you. Mm-hmm. And best would be you draw it. Mm-hmm. Or maybe you have a photo from you out of a time where you felt that way. Mm-hmm. And then you write down to the certain parts of the body how they feel. Mm-hmm. For example, to the feet you write down, the feet are very deeply rooted. Mm-hmm. Or the feet are flying. They hardly touch the ground. Whatever feels good to you. First you just train one body posture. Maybe you will learn another body posture and train another one if you want, but start just with one. So this becomes more effective. And then you write down how your legs feel like. Are they flexible? Are they stiff? How are they between your feet? How the hips? How is your femininity and masculinity? That is very, very important. I had some trainings in groups where we walk. Well, usually the Germans, we walk with the nose and the eyes first. And where we train to walk with our femininity first or our masculinity first. And it's a just very, very different posture and a very different walk. And in my women's group, we tried to go with our breast first. So just be playful with that. And then very, very important, how's your spine? Actually, the spine is built in a manner that it is upright and not like this. Yeah. It's not like an S. That's not natural and that's not authentic, even if you feel it's authentic. Authenticity is health and well-being. So how's your spine? And it should be upright and flexible. How are your shoulders? How are the organs in the body? How do they feel? How are your arms? How are your hands? How are your fingers? And then to the head, how are your ears? How are your lips, your mouth, your eyes, and how sparkling is your brain? So just write it down on a piece of paper. And then get into this new posture. It might feel a little bit strange. It might even feel uncomfortable because maybe you were trained to go like that and now you go like that. It might even hurt a little. Just try what feels good to you and then practice it in combination with your mirror exercise. You stand there and you practice this new posture. You brush your teeth in this new posture. You comb your hair in this new posture. You dress your pants in this new posture. You dress your t-shirt in this new posture. You don't need extra time to train it. We will come to that next time. You just do it by doing whatever you do.
Yeah, great.
And then you sort of invent what you might call a mantra, a sentence that gives acoustic voice to this posture. I love myself. I feel free. I feel wide. I feel open. Openness helps me to relax, or whatever. And then you repeat it 20-30 times while you're putting on your t-shirt, or while you're even, I feel free, I feel light. You will find it.
I feel free, I feel light.
Yes, whatever. So, and this you do every time you pass the mirror. So let's say 5 to 10 times a day with 20, 30, 40 sentences like this. And you try it over and over and over again until it becomes natural, because relaxation, uprightness, flexibility is natural. It's your authenticity, even if you think this is my authenticity. This is what you've learned. Pain is learned. Freedom is authenticity. Openness is authenticity. So you come back to your deeper self-authenticity and just try that.
And how often do I have to repeat it? Let's see, we said during the day, but does it take me then now a day or 7 days or a year, or how long do I have to practice?
You repeat it as long as it is authentic and it is automatized.
Okay.
So, and this might take a day, it might take 4, 5, 6 weeks. So research says a lot of things we can train within this time.
Period of 30-40 days.
And some need maybe a year or something. So,
but it doesn't take a lifetime.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Maybe you come back to this old posture, but then you have this new embodiment and you wake up once you have it and say, oh no. And you go forward with a new embodiment. So it doesn't take too much.
I somewhere heard that it takes actually till your cells really have incorporated this new information, this new images. It takes something like 30-40 days normally.
Yes.
Okay, great. So it's not very that complicated. You can integrate it in your daily life.
And you can use it very good when you are in situations of troubles, when this is very deeply rooted. For example, when we went on this ship to Delos.
Yes. We were in Greece. Story. I'm very easily getting seasick.
You were. Don't say are.
Okay, I was. My information, my learning, I have learned that when I go into a boat and there are some waves and it's a little bit bumpy, I'm gonna go seasick, I'm gonna go vomit. So, okay. So we were wanted to go on a little boat from Mykonos to Delos, where there is an old ancient city, temples, ruins, very, very world cultural heritage, wonderful place. We wanted to go there. There were gray clouds already on the sky. The water in the harbor was quite calm. But once we got onto the boat and we left the harbor, suddenly the big waves came, and immediately, sure, my knowledge, my information, my body had learned, I'm gonna get seasick. So I'm trying to fix the horizon. That's what I learned. That is also I'm fixing it and trying to stay stable, and by this somehow balancing my body. It may work, but we got another idea how to work.
Yes, I didn't like men who vomit. So that was my motivation.
Okay.
So I said I don't want to go into that, and I felt a little bit sick as well. And so we discussed on which embodiment can we take so we feel better.
Yeah.
So the body learns that this is funny. And so we take this embodiment of maybe of a little child who's just being on a swing and taking wave after wave after wave. And at first it was not authentic, of course not, but we tried to guide our body with this new embodiment, and we said, yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo, yoo-hoo. And the yoo-hoo helps to release the anxiety.
Yeah.
And after a while, it was sort of fun.
And the smiling gives your body's information, everything is okay.
Everything is safe. Everything is safe. It's not dangerous.
It's not dangerous.
Vomiting, I told you, when you do the shoulders like this, it
everything,
has influence on
it
the
just presses everything out.
Yes, yes. So we consciously trained this new embodiment, and it helped us to go all the way to Delos and back.
Yes.
It wasn't that great that I said, oh, I want to try it the next day, but we didn't vomit. Almost 80% of the people did that. And I think it was a great story.
It was great. And we even taught it the other day. We had also another boat ride. There was also a Chinese lady who was very sick, and we also taught her how to practice this, and it worked also for her.
Yes.
So,
yes. So that's how you can use, if you know about embodiment, that we wouldn't have changed our thoughts at that moment, because our thinking didn't work in that way, but we could change our body posture, and this helped us very, very much in this situation, and I'm sure it will help you as well.
And this can help you in any situation, if you're there or if you're working, discussing with your boss, whatever. It gives you just another posture, another expression. You get different relations.
And you get different thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to learn more about it, join our Facebook group, Self-Healing and Potential Development. You got all the exercises for the week, for the next, 100 days eventually. And please leave your comments below if you have some ideas for it. And then next week, join us for the daily rituals, putting this practice into daily rituals.
And please leave us some photos about your new embodiment. I think that would be fun to watch and to...
Okay, this would be great, yes, to get some images about the new posture that you have taken.
It's also a sort of materialization for you, so just open your heart and start.